We were delighted and privileged to have the photographer Bob Mazzer with us tonight, who was talking about some of the pictures he's taken over the years on the Underground, which were comic genius, but also wonderful pictures as well, wonderfully historic, important pictures as well, which was great.
And why were you interested in having Mazzer in particular at tonight's event?
We have a large collection at the Institute of material about London and about the social and cultural history of London, and it was quite wonderful. Bob's pictures really are a wonderful exemplification of people in London and how they've lived over the years. I mean, the Tube is like a microcosm of London, I think. So it fits in perfectly with the kind of thing we're interested in here, about recording how everyday people live, how me and you have lived day to day. And I think, Bob's pictures are great. Plus, you knew he was going to be comic gold and tell some wonderful stories about him taking pictures on the Tube. So, and he lived up to that reputation with aplomb, I think.
And why is art plays such an important role for Spitalfields?
Interesting question. I think it's now very much, and always has been, I think, a hub of real sort of artistic talent and creativity, even when it maybe was not the nicest place to live in the whole world. We have sort of stuff here that talks about in the 1960s artists living here and living with cockroaches rather than Starbucks. But it is a wonderful place that's full of artistic and creative people, and long may that last.
Well, Bishopsgate is part of the Gentle Authors turf, and it was the Gentle Author who really publicised my underground work. He really spread it about the online more than anything else, and as a result of that, we had the book and we had the exhibition, and this is his neck of the woods, and he knows these people, and so it seemed like a good idea.
What do you like about Spitalfields, or kind of this end of London?
It's got that quality of old London. I mean, that's slowly being erased. When you go outside and it's all tower blocks and tower offices and a million people all being trendy. But there's still, if you find little quiet pockets of old London, they are wonderful. It feels like home to me, and it is. When I lived in London, the Tube was part of my home, and as I've said before, somewhere in print, it felt like a party, and that I was the party photographer, especially late at night,